Alright, we have a new chapter of One Piece. The last one focused entirely on Tomoyasu's execution. A pretty emotionally moving chapter. We learned quite a bit about the history of Wano yet again. More kind of pieces falling into place. We acquired quite a great deal of sympathy and respect for Tomoyasu, making his death all the crueler. As he tried to take on responsibility for all of the suspicious around the rebellion. Not really sure what ramifications that will have yet, if people bought it or not. But the final revelation of the chapter is one that really shocked me and intrigued me, which is that there was Ebisu Town, where everyone was always smiling and happy, even though they were living in poverty. Tomoyasu, of course, just the giddiest, happiest person you've ever seen, and his daughter even more so, to the extent that she almost got killed over it. And I had always thought that this was just kind of a variant on that sort of super stoic, never complaining samurai trope. That, like, back, when Momotaro wouldn't admit that he was hungry, neither would his pseudo father Kinemon, things like that. And then also just the kind of general One Piece trope that it's glorious to go to death with a smile. That Smoker was so shocked when Luffy smiled when it seemed like his death was imminent, saying that Gold Roger had done the same. People like Saul, the marine giant, smiling to Robin and laughing as he's bombarded during the Buster Call. Many such cases. So I thought it was more just kind of along those lines. And when like Tomoyasu was saying that he was going to start singing as he was being executed, I was like, I see. But there's actually something way more sinister, and really considering the implications of this is very disturbing, which is that their state, the fact that they're like this, is actually due to the smile fruit, the artificial devil fruit that are being manufactured in Wano for the purposes of Kaido's army. So, here we see Robin knitting with a tarantula, and that's probably the last most pleasant image we're going to get in this chapter, given that its title is Smile, and we're going to learn the horrors of being forced to laugh and smile while your country is being ruined, and you're miserable and impoverished, and all of your friends are dying. Okay! Try to steal all this money. Odin is hard up for gold. If you're gonna kill this hedgehog, get over it. All the money you try to steal. So these are a bunch of is this Dogstrom? Is this Raizo the ninja and Shutenmaru in the back? This is, well, use it. And this is Tomoyasu, who is giving them the money. Use these coins to clean yourself up. Practice manners, buy books, learn things. If he has ruffians like you for vassals, Odin will only embarrass himself. So he's recruiting them in. They will become shonen of Wano. Those who serve and support him must be the greatest samurai of the land. Not only must you protect your liege, you will do the same for the capital and eventually all of Wano. Guardian deities. This understood. And now we cut all these people in the present. So this person on the far right that's still in shadow. Oh, there's the cat viper there on the left in the front row. This woman in the back is what's her face? I'm sorry. This person on the far right I think might be our Kappa, whom I'm very excited to meet. And then there's a person still in shadow behind him. So this is kind of their origin. They used to just be some ruffians, and now they've been recruited in. Yes, all crying at the death. See, up and died. People have obviously drive them out. What's wrong with them? They're creeping me out. Not leave. Oh. That's actually so disturbing. Shogun Orochi's greatest sin. And Zoro is like so pissed off. Zoro, not that he has like kind of a specific history with this sort of thing or anything like that. I think he just is a person who respects his feelings and the feelings of others. He has like a stoic persona, and he respects the ability of stoicism in others, you know? So to see this mockery of emotion, to see these poor people that cannot live their authentic lives, that cannot express who they really are, that really, really doesn't sit well with him. Plunges the people into misery and leaves them unable to mourn their misfortune. If this is not hell, then what is? Smile things aren't just artificial devil fruits. Fitting in for the elixir of you, yes. I've been living in my way without recognition. Insolent, wretched hedgehog. More like a bill dread, I suppose. I'm thinking Zoro might just kill this guy. I'm thinking like he's in the same general geographic space as someone he hates this much. I think it might be a time for another classic Zoro just kills one of the major bad guys with with little ceremony, just kind of instantly. That would make me very, very happy right now. But we'll see, we'll see. It is the Shogun. He has some very powerful people around him. That's the spirit of my subjects. Laugh him into the afterlife. This is Wano, bright, cheerful Wano. You might mistake it for paradise. Singing and dancing in front of all these laughing people. It's actually so horrific. Didn't recognize you until you were crucified. This is, of course, our other samurai friend whose name I forget, and Shinobu, ninja, all recognizing him, all mourning him. Meanwhile, back at the labor camp, they're watching the execution on TV. All losing their marbles, laughing their heads off at the execution of their former daimyo. It's just cruel, Orochi. Must be some reason, right? I know who that guy was. No one deserves to get laughed at after they die. Effect of the smile fruits. Find some of those folks who cannot do anything but laugh here too. So you knew that our plan was ruined. I love this too. Yet again, Luffy does not understand any of the situation. I'll be real with you, this plot is tricky to follow. There's a lot of moving parts, a lot of incidents throughout this country's long history that are all relevant together. Tons and tons of characters. So I can forgive him. Other times it's pretty obvious what's going on and he still doesn't get it right. But here I can really forgive him. And I love these moments where he just picks out like one thing that he knows is wrong. Like someone is crying. Someone over here is hungry. And he's like, all right, I get it. Like this is the problem and this is the person I have to beat up to make it right. No one deserves to get laughed at after they die. Yeah, he's really pissed off about that. Even though he doesn't understand at all who this guy was or what he was trying to take responsibility for on his crucified deathbed. Meanwhile, back at the Demon Island, Onigashima. Onigashima, yes. Old Orochi, he's one sick snake of a man. You know, at first I was like, man, they're like really overplaying Kaido in this arc. He showed up like so soon after it started, and then Luffy punched him and all this stuff, and I was like, where can they go from here? But it's kind of been cool. They like put him out there, and then they took him back hard. And now it's like he just shows up in like one panel, and it just like gets you thinking again, like, oh man, like Kaido is here. All right. Meanwhile, it looks like we're going to learn about the smile fruit. Sort of told you earlier, the smiles that the people of Ibisu wear are actually masks. Masks they can never remove for the rest of their lives. Okay. Several years ago, Kaido and Orochi began a new venture, trading the weapons built in this country and importing strange artificial fruits in return. Oh yeah, the smile isn't made here, of course. The smile was made at Punk Hazard. Well, it used to be. Oh man, that's pretty cool. But it's like, that was what, 3 arcs ago now? Punk Hazard, Dressrosa, Whole Cake, Zoe, I guess. So yeah, like 3-ish arcs, and then I guess Reverie or whatever. Anyways, so that happened like way back then. They destroyed the Smile Factory. They kept saying like, yeah, this is a big deal, but it's like more and more we just learn further and further what a big deal that actually was, and what a wonderful thing it was. One eats the fruit and invites the sea's hatred, leaving you unable to swim. But in exchange, the horrible fruit confers the ferocious power of a wild animal. Here we can see a lot of Smile users, including Panda Man. Panda Man? Smile fruit confirmed? We destroyed the factory they were being made. That's what Kin told me. By doing this, Kaido was able to give his own followers monstrous strength and attempt to create the mightiest pirate crew in existence. Everything that sounds too good to be true contains hidden risks. The success rate of this artificial strengthening effect is only 10%. 10 people eat the fruit, only one of them will actually gain its power. The other 9 lose out and recite only the downsides. Not only are they able to not swim anymore, the side effect of the impartial chemical mixture wipes out the ability to express sorrow or anger. The only thing they can do anymore is laugh. Basic fighters of the Kaido's Animal Kingdom. Okay. The waiters, sure. And we have seen a bunch of Kaido minions running around with no animal parts or anything like that. The lucky 1 in 10 company category of those who successfully gain animal strength are the gifters. Yes, we've seen those before. Lucky fighters who ate the fruit and left nothing eternal left are the pleasures. Seeing the particular misfortune of those who are unlucky, the masterminds chose the name and concoction of their mockery of this condition, thus the Smile Fruit. Ah, of course, that makes sense. The Smile Fruit. So did Doflamingo choose his pirate insignia in reference to this? I don't think so. I think he already had that. But man, remember way back, way back, when Ace had just first been captured, Doflamingo was on the phone with somebody, and he's like, what do you think of this? The Shichibukai versus the Whitebeard pirates. And I'm like, oh my god, it's really happening. And he's like, it's the age of the smile. The era of the smile is coming. Oh man. Who is he talking to on the phone though? I don't remember. You remember that scene though, right? That scene is so awesome. It's just like, it shows the magnitude of the world building. That he can just say sentences like that and you're just like, okay. It's an odd name to give those devil fruits. I never knew how scary it was. I haven't even gotten to the tragic parts. First interest in the failed Smile fruits that had already been bitten. Yes. Still contain the negative smile effects, only creating more pleasures. Particular contempt. Leftover town outside the flower capital with all its weeping and death. You poison them. Poison them with unending pleasure. These are sure good apples. Oh man. And the fact that they're so hungry, they had to eat them regardless. Even though they knew what would happen to them. So Ebisu Town came to be a place where every last person is bright and cheerful. Happy at Christ, but a tragic place where children can't even mourn their parents' death. Holy cow. This is a brutal, brutal concept that Oda has come up with. Every time, man, It's like you thought Dressrosa was bad, where people would like forget about their loved ones who just lived on as toys. I was like, wow, yeah, that's brutal. Like, it's a convoluted plot, but the brutality made it, justified it, you know? And then here, it's like even worse. The plot is even more complex, involves even more horrific elements, and the results are even more terrifying. It would be a blessing for them to forget about their loved ones. All they can do is think of their loved ones and laugh. Good God. Sure are good apples. Jeez. Okay. So it's not just down to punching people anymore. It's not just that they're gonna punch the heck out of every last one of Kaido's pirates and call it a day. Now we need some sort of scientific solution to all this too. Jeez. I beg of you, don't blame them for laughing. Thinks back to Toniyasu. Thinks back to when he was so annoyed by Tonoyasu. But still let him tag along. Still knowing that there is something going on with this guy, I'm sure. Oh, she runs out. Medicine for you. Oh, boy. Okay, my Soba. Toniyasu's daughter. Figure it out. Oh, yeah. If Orochi knew that Toko was his daughter, that would be just instantly it for her. All right, Orochi firing off his gun. It's called Toad Oil. Oh, this is what Usopp was selling. It's probably just snake oil. Oh, man. Oh, yeah, and then Orochi already hates Otoko just for laughing back during the whole kerfuffle. Yes, his daughter, no wonder you had an attitude. Cackle and mock me the way you did, then Komurasaki would not have to die, brat. 2 generations of your family over my wrath. Another execution. Oh, but who is here? Both Sanji and Zoro stepping in? Oh, hell yeah. Oh, man, when was the last time we saw the two of them fighting together? It would have been, like, maybe sometime during Punk Hazard? Like, maybe? But I can't even think of a specific scene or anything like that. This is the dream team. The 2 monstrous lieutenants of the Straw Hat Pirates. Blooded Magistrate Slasher. The Soba cook who defied the Koshiro family. Hell yeah. Alright, let's go. It's time for you guys to just slaughter a lot of people. I see X Drake and Hawkins in the background here. Oh yeah, there they are reacting up there. So, yeah, lots of fights to have. Big situation happening. Lots of other stuff going on too. Don't forget, this entire time, Big Mom is slowly strolling on her way into the capital on the back of a giant alligator. Kaido is still out there getting drunk on his island. Queen is still amusing himself watching Luffy fight endless prisoners. There's still tons of powerful samurai just lurking around the island. There's still King. Who knows what the heck is up with him? He just kicked that ship. Remember when he kicked that ship? That was nuts. What else can he do? Oh man, this arc is crazy. But it feels manageable. It feels like all of the cards are kind of on the table now. I mean, I say that, and who knows what else is in store. But yeah, I think we're we're in the kind of the simplifying stages now. We're heading for some fights. I can't wait. It's gonna be pretty satisfying. All right, good stuff. Let's look forward to the next chapter. Bye-bye for now.